versus the equity share that Bounty and Beenie got from Swiss Beats and Timbaland, and the Verzuz got bought out by a company called Triller. Them actually have an app. I download the app myself. You know what I mean? What is your take on that and all that comes with that Verzuz thing, that acquisition, and I guess Bounty and Beenie getting equity sharing of the company?
Do they have equity sharing at the company or equity share in the material they've already done? So, I mean, I will go into this and give my opinion. And
yes,
just
definitely.
my opinion, as deep as me can go.
Okay.
And try to look on different angles. So, either way you look on it is a win, right? Let me get that out.
They do. Oh, yeah.
It's a win. It's a win for Black culture. It's a win for hip hop, and it's a win for reggae and dancehall.
Definitely.
Because of Bounty and Beenie.
Yes.
They don't disclose much about the deal. They didn't disclose the amount, but they did disclose that Triller is a competitor of TikTok, right?
Yes.
So some money is going into this Verzuz thing. If we go back, remember people say, oh, Verzuz, a Jamaican start this, and people felt some kind of way, right? This has shown me again, and it's echoing what we already said. This implore us to create our own things. And I think the marketplace is open now internationally that we can make these contacts ourselves. One time, the doors were closed to us. But we can get into the room with these folks. But we have to show creativity and professionalism to get to that point.
Yes,
all right?
definitely.
Now fast forward now to the deal. Deal done. Them say all the performers so far will get equity share. To me, I don't know what that means, but either way, it shows to me that it's a good way to do business. I respect Timbaland and Swiss for that, regardless of the amount, because they're the one doing the heavy lifting from the operation day to day,
exactly.
Right? The creative side. However, they're showing the music industry up, because usually you don't get any equity. And usually equity is a word being thrown around now a lot. Equity shares. My understanding of equity shares sometimes means that you get a cut from the streams, right?
Okay.
You have a lot of platforms where if you go on their platform, like a Vlad TV, where you get nothing. You just get the fact that you did an interview and you move on. So regardless if the video rack up 5 million views for him, you get nothing. Or you have some situation where you create a product for your company and maybe a clothes or something like that, and you do some ads for them and you get nothing.
Yeah.
In an equity deal, you might say, here what, I'm getting 25 cents on every merch you sell, or $1 on every. So that's what equity could be. In this situation, I'm guessing it's going to be streamed. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I don't think this, I think they should have clarified. This doesn't mean Beenie Man and Bounty involved in the business and day to day.
Yeah, no, I mean that.
Equity share don't, in my opinion, I don't think they got a percentage of Triller either. I think they probably got a percentage of their performance going forward. However millions or however many more views they accumulate, they will always get them percentage share. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. I don't think they gave them 2 or whatever percent of the company. So many people to split the pie up for if it was the company.
Yeah, so just like you, I am curious. I have these same questions, right? And from what I read is that part of basically Swiss Beats and Timbaland's deal, whatever their deal was, which we don't know, it hasn't been disclosed, them just basically say, okay, you know what? These artists partook in getting us to where we are. So guess what? It's only right to give them a share or a percentage of what we're being given or offered, right?
Right.
The thing when I have a question about seeing, because Swiss and Timberland are gonna be the main overseers of this, right? And the
Right. I think they
strategies,
got hired, right? They both
right?
got hired by the company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So since it kind of feel like a partnership in a sense. See, I'm just curious to, again, this you mentioned it, and me just reiterate it in a sense. What exactly is the deal?
We don't know.
All
We
right.
still don't even know the deal.
And again, since the other 43 artists are somewhat included in the deal, what are their responsibilities? What they need for cover? What they need for cover in to live up for them part of the bargain, whatever that bargain is, right? Would I like for that disclosed? So yeah, many people are in a uproar and excited about it, but me would I like to the fine print. Would I like to know exactly what really happened?
I doubt they're required to do anything because I don't think you can just go in and negotiate on behalf of 42 people.
Yeah,
and
43.
People are cool and so I'm going to do this and that in order. So I think it's based on work. It has to be based on work performed already.
Definitely.
So that's why I'm saying it has to just be equity shares as far as percentage. But I could be wrong of future sales of the product. Or if the product, they change it into some other format, maybe they'll get a percentage back as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm kind of go that route. It makes sense what you're saying. Actually,
But,
I don't know either.
But I think the articles didn't do a good job. And I think it's very presumptuous to just jump and assume like, oh, Beenie and Bounty, because I've heard some people saying this, like Beenie and Bounty thing up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if it's just streams like anything else.
So stick up in there, so. When you hear people say Beenie and Bounty thing up, the first thing with people, what them think, okay, now since them get so-called or quote-unquote equity stake, it's been put out there that them get this or them have this, people automatically assume that Beenie and Bounty in the money now.
Yes, people do this. Yeah. And, you know it's funny. Peter Touch said, me listen to our old Peter Touch and him said this, that, him said it in the interview, said, them kind of little easy man fucker that them come with.
Yeah.
To make people feel, say, your thing up, them give a billboard and you go up on billboard and next thing you know, a bunch of people start put out them and all it do cause more problem than anything. And then stifle the music and your growth actually. Because the past thing never promote. Is it what I said?
Right, definitely. But my hope again, and the reason why I bring that up and point that out, Oliver, and thanks for clearing that up, because we are thinking of the same vein, is me just hope say this end up being something positive for the artists, for them to either establish or leave something as far as legacy is concerned, rather than it use the artist them name for basically which uplift this platform, which is also good in a sense, but you still want for them to be able to attain or build on this, all this excitement around Verzuz and Thriller and this equity stake where everybody feel like them all of a sudden them in the money, you know?
But before we go, I just want to say shout out to Timberland and Swiss. It still is a good way and an example how to do business. Regardless of how small equity or whatever it could be, it's just showing an inclusion of everybody. Because the music industry is known for gimme, 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 me grab mine, I forgot what you did already, and treating artists like they're not the creators. You see what I'm saying? So I think it's good to include them and show that this can be done.
You know, Swiss big on that though, right? Because Swiss also have a art thing where I'm doing, where I'm basically, yeah. But I kind of feel to remember the name right now. Excuse me for that. But
it's basically, in the Bronx?
Probably, but the gist of the whole thing is for artists where sell them art or whatever, sometimes when you sell your art, whatever you're done, is basically whatever you receive for your art, your intellectual property, whatever the case may, is like that sale at that one point is all you will ever get from it. So I'm kind of establish a thing where perpetually you get royalties from your artwork, really. You understand? And which is, in my opinion, a brilliant idea. You know,
it just might be hard to document transfers because somebody can transfer your painting and just pretend like there was nothing sold. You know what I mean?
that
It
is
would
true.
require a huge regulation. And at this point, I don't think art is as regulated like music. So sales are not documented. If you require a bill of sale to always be recorded when there's a sale, and if you violate that, then you get in a trouble, then maybe. But if me buy a painting from you, Randy, for 500, and me have to give you back equity now, when me sell it to the next man for all a G, my probably just not even say nothing. You see what I say?
Yeah.
And if you attract me down and be like, yo, Brewster, I noticed the painting, or if you sell your gun from your yard, you know, walk one. And then we probably give some go around like, yo, that thing that they are another place now.
You know what? It's all really good ideas. So I could see what come from all of them things, you know?
Shout out to... good idea. I'm sure it works for some people.
Definitely. Shout out to Swiss and shout out to Timbaland.